Shout out to Moore's Law is Dead for posting this. I'll have a link down below in the description to his video. But this is the new leaked Xbox, the next-gen Xbox that's coming out in 2027. Which is so weird because it feels like Microsoft is kind of like done with the whole concept of a console. It seems like they're kind of going more toward handheld PCs and kind of in that direction. But somehow, some way, we're going to get an Xbox in 2027. At this point, I feel like they're going to try to, kind of mix and match it. Like, instead of it being just a console, it's going to be like a console/PC concept, if that makes sense. So, and the reason why I say that is because they're so pushing this whole cloud streaming, right? They don't want you to just, use a console. They want you to use a console, but also have cloud streaming so you can play your games anywhere, play your games on any device. So, I think their motto is anything's an Xbox. The only problem with that motto is that you can't play native Xbox games on any device. You have to have a console. Anyway, so I really don't see the point of them releasing another Xbox. I think that they should just bring native support for Xbox One, Xbox Series X, Xbox Series X games to PC, and just let you full-heartedly be able to use any device like they claim you can. But this thing is gonna be more powerful. I think it's 3 times more powerful than the current series of consoles. So cool, that's the W. This is another factor that I will say that always kind of shocks me a little bit. We're not at a point where most games can run at least 100% at 1080p 60 FPS on Xbox Series X, period. There are some games that struggle when you go to 4K to get that 60 FPS. One game that comes to mind is Cyberpunk. Cyberpunk has a regular mode. It has performance mode on Xbox Series X. It even struggles all the way up to a PS5 Pro. But for a Series X, Cyberpunk right around 45 FPS is where you're going to hit. I think there is a mode just like on Switch 2 where you can lock it at 30 FPS and kind of sit there. But for the most part, it is 45 FPS is where you're going to hit. My point in saying this is most games, I feel like we're at a point now that come out, you really don't need a better console than a Series X, right? You don't need a better console than a PS5 Pro. So anything you're adding on top of that is just overkill. It's like you getting a PC and you're like, you know what, I'm going to get 64 gigabytes of RAM. You don't need 64 gigabytes of RAM to play most, even AAA titles. At most, you would need 32 gigabytes of RAM, and even that would be overkill. Most times, you can get away with 16. But for most part, it's going to come down to your GPU, and for most games, if not pretty much all, to get decent frame rate, you don't need a 5090. You can get away with like a 5080 or a 4080, and at some points, a 3080 Ti. So my point is, you're really just overkilling a lot of this to a point where you're just saying, hey, I got, a brand new console. I have the Xbox Series whatever, and, it could do everything that the old game or the old series could, but it's more expensive and it's brand new. Now, I will say when more and more games are coming out, they are using more power, right? So we see, for example, that's why it's very important when you look at VRAM on your GPUs. So, I think this 5090, I want to say something stupid like 32 gigabytes of VRAM. It might be 24. I know that the 4090, I believe, was 24. I think the 59 is 32 or something. But that's also very important, right? How much video RAM you have on deck. But we're getting to a point where we're just putting lipstick on a pig. Yes, more newer games that come out is going to be way more powerful and need way more powerful hardware. But for 99% of people who play just typical games they play every single day, most of the games that come out, they're going to be fine with a Series S or a Series X. And I feel like there's this cycle of hey, you need to upgrade. You need to upgrade. You really don't. Now, I think the reason why they're targeting 2027 kind of does go with that fact. Maybe they're expecting, well, by 2027, which is, 2 years, well, not really 2 years, a point, but a year and some change from now, maybe they're assuming by that point that games will be so powerful and so crazy that simply you can't run it on a Xbox Series X or a Series S. I don't think that's ever going to be a point or the degree. Here's what I'll say about the whole thing. Whenever a game publisher comes out with a game, they always make that game and keep in mind the lowest end hardware that will run that game. Game publishers want to make the most money possible. They're not going to develop a game for the best, highest quality device possible. For example, you're not going to make a game with the Series X as your base, like that. The Series X needs to run this game. You're not going to sell many copies that way. This is why a lot of times people get mad, but game developers, they're watered down a lot of their games because it has to be able to run on majority of hardware out there in America and in the world. And the fact is, there's more people out there who have a Series S than the Series X because the Series S is cheaper. It's more affordable. It's gone up in price, obviously, which is crazy, ridiculous, but it's more affordable and it's actually more obtainable for people. A crappy PC that it still runs, let's say, a 1080 Ti, which honestly is not the craziest. 1080 Ti and runs, a crappy Intel chip, right? 16 gigabytes of RAM. Companies are more amped to make a product that actually works on those devices. And if they have to turn down settings and turn down quality and turn down this, that, and third, they'll do it so that those devices can run it because now those consumers can buy the product. So that's something you got to keep in mind. Even if they come out with, and this is something that a lot of people are getting mad right now about with the PS5 Pro. PS5 Pro is so much more powerful than an Xbox Series S or an X. Well, not crazy more powerful than an X, but it's more powerful than an X. It's more powerful than a base PS5. And what people are realizing over the year now it has been out, there isn't games that are specified for the Pro. There aren't games being released that just come out on the Pro, or games that are, kind of modified to take advantage of the PS5 Pro's hardware. And the reason why is because there's no market there. How many people do you think right now have a PS5 Pro versus a PS5? You come out with a game for a PS5 Pro, just a Pro, you might be making, I don't know, let's say you sell 500,000 units, right? Let's say you come out with a PS5 version that's not enhanced for the Pro. One, you're going to save money on resources when it comes to working on the game. Because I'm sure trying to, get your dev team to make sure there's a PS5 Pro edition concept, it's going to cost more money. And if you release it for a PS5, well, now this PS5 version can work on a Series X or a Series S or PC, right? So now you're going to sell over 3 million units. Why would you take 500,000 units that's select in a niche market to just people who have PS5 Pro when you can sell it, you can make an edition that works for everything? So this is why, again, the next-gen consoles, they just don't make sense to me. They really don't. We're now at a point where we're putting lips on the pig. You're not going to get any better than what you have. We're now at a point where 99% of people, I feel like, are fine with the consoles we have. You're going to be able to run most games, if not all, at 60 FPS. To a certain degree, 4K at 60 FPS. Some games at 120 FPS. And with the price hike of all these consoles, it's getting ridiculous. But it is what it is. Game companies are not going to come out and say, we're going to make the new Xbox Series Alpha, whatever it's called, right? We're not going to come out and make games that are just for the Alpha. We're going to make games that are for the lowest common denominator, and that's just how it works. You want to sell units. You want to sell the most units. You're not going to limit your market. You're not going to limit your consumer. Doesn't make sense. So, it is what it is. Tell me down below your thoughts and opinions. See you guys in the next one.